All right, so now this is the flip video for viruses. With this information, once again, if you need to pause it as I'm talking, go ahead and do so that way you can gain the notes that you need. So a virus is different than bacteria. A virus is not a cell. It's basically just made up of genetic material inside of a protein coat. Viruses do not carry on metabolic activities, so therefore, is a virus alive? They can only reproduce inside of a living cell called a host cell. Outside the host cell, a virus is lifeless and often exists as a crystal. The virus has no means of locomotion. Locomotion is another way of saying movement. This is kind of your image of a virus. A lot of kids kind of refer to this as like the Cookie Monster from Despicable Me, or the Cookie Robot, I'm sorry. It looks kind of interesting in the fact that it has that isohedral head. It has a tail. It has long tail fibers, and watching a couple of images of what they actually do. A virus is going to start off by entering a cell. Okay, the cell then will go ahead and receive the virus's DNA material. I'll go back, I'm sorry. And what this will end up doing is it'll cause replication to happen. Once that replication happens, the cell starts to realize I need to actually go ahead and make these proteins because that's what I've been kind of programmed, if you will, to do. All of those different pieces assemble and then they release additional viruses. And this is an image of the actual virus kind of animating through. So it attaches to that cell. It's going to release its DNA or its coding for the cell. The cell is then going to produce what it believes it's supposed to do, and then that causes additional viruses to be released. Kind of easy to see how a virus can take over and get you sick pretty easily. So what are some negative virus influences? They can cause infections in even plants, and we do know animals. They can cause tumors and warts, and they can also destroy cells and are responsible for human diseases like polio, measles, mumps, influenza, otherwise known as flu, hepatitis, the common cold, AIDS, and HIV. This is an image of HPV. This is an image of the flu virus. This is an image of the rabies virus, and this is an image of HIV or AIDS. So what are some good things about viruses? We can use viruses in control of insect pests. They are also used in genetic research because they replicate quite quickly. And scientists have been able to use viruses to biologically control caterpillars of, for instance, the European pine sawfly and the gypsy moth.